My name is Nicolas Suppiah. I am a Boy Scout in Troop 75 in Los Altos, California. I was 12 years old when I started my Eagle project. Since I was a Cub Scout, I wanted to be an Eagle Scout. There are many requirements to complete before a Scout can become an Eagle Scout. The biggest and most important requirement is the Eagle Service Project, where you assist a community, school, or people in need. For my Eagle project, I wanted to do something that will have a long-lasting impact for the people who really need help, especially for children. When I heard about the earthquake, I tried to find organizations that would let me work with them to do my Eagle Service project. And in 2015, I went back to Malaysia for Christmas to visit my family. My aunt told me about her friend who has a non-profit that is helping rebuild some remote villages in Nepal. My aunt connected us, and I quickly started working with Mr. Bhatta to find the project in Nepal. He proposed the Shree Rameshwary Secondary School in Bangkok, Gorkha. The school was completely destroyed. That is why I chose to rebuild Shree Rameshwary School in Bangkok, Nepal. 23 of my family and friends left the U.S. on April 6th. We arrived in Kathmandu on April 8th. 6 of my cousins from Malaysia and a good friend from Armenia arrived on April 9th. On April 10th, we left Kathmandu on a big bus and a small van. Our journey started early in the morning after a quick breakfast. It is only 96 miles from Kathmandu to the village, but due to earthquakes, many of the roads were destroyed, so it made it very difficult to get to the village. There were road constructions and road closures everywhere, which made traffic slow and so congested. Because the journey was so long, we stopped by a restaurant near a river for lunch. After lunch, my friends and I walked to the river and we tested our life straws. It took us about 7 hours in the heat and traffic to get to a nearby town. We stopped to pick up supplies, water, and some snacks. Then from there, another hour on a very bumpy, steep, and windy and narrow, dusty road to the village. When we arrived, we were greeted by Mr. Gautam and Mr. Bhatta from Pioneer Foundation Nepal and almost all the villagers. The villagers were dressed in colorful clothes and the men were playing loud local musical instruments. They escorted us to the school, and there all the students were patiently waiting for us. The students placed flower garlands on us and a red dot on our foreheads to welcome us to their village and especially their school.
I am Nanda, the principal of this school. We all are very happy that you have been in our
Mr.
place.
Nanda gave a speech,
So far,
then
friends.
he introduced us to the scout troop. The troop sang their troop song. And after that, we all walked towards our campground. More villagers were waiting for us there, and they danced and sang until it was too dark for us to see anything. That night, there was no electricity. For the next 7 days, we stayed in tents that we rented. They were set up on a slope not too far away from Mr. Gautam's house. My friends and I shared a 10-man tent. Everyone else stayed in a 2-man tent. Since it's summertime, The roads were very, very dusty, and we had to wear masks to make sure we don't breathe in too much dust. There were also forest fires all around us. It was very smoky. On the second day, the fire came very close to our camp. We almost had to evacuate, but the villagers worked very hard to stop the fire from getting to us. On the fourth day, there was no more fires close to us. We woke up at 7 a.m. every morning. I gave a quick briefing and talked to everyone about our goal for the day. And then we walked about 10 minutes to the school. I divided the volunteers into teams, and each team had a leader. I wanted to build 2 toilets, one for the girls and one for the boys. Did you know that many countries don't allow older girls to go to the school because there are no toilets for girls? This crew had a very tough job. They had to carry sand, rocks, and bricks to the work site. The team also had to mix up cement. This village is very dry, so water supply is very limited. We had to be very careful not to waste any water. There was so much trash all over the school. We taught the villagers to separate plastic from paper, and we encouraged them not to burn plastic. We also moved a lot of the earthquake rubble to make the school a safer place for the children to play. And then we cleaned and painted the classroom tables and chairs. That was a lot of fun because many of the village kids came to help us. I think the classroom team had the most difficult job. They had to unpack about 30 duffel bags and suitcases of donation items, and they had to count and distribute them evenly into each student's backpack, as well as for the communities and nearby schools. For the computer room, we first had to move all the furniture to the center of the room. We then cleaned the walls and floors of the classroom. After that, we painted the walls green. On the third day, when all the painting was done, we moved the furniture back and started to fix all the broken computers. We also installed a new color printer, scanner, 3 new computers, and an internet router that we bought with the donation money. The school does not have a library, so we made one for them. My best friends and I decided to paint a mural on one of the walls as a surprise for the students. It's really cool. I raised enough money to buy 2 metal bookshelves for the library to protect all the books from rats. I wanted to do a play area for the children, but the school did not have a grassy area. I also could not build a swing set for them, so we improvised and hung the swing from a huge tree in the school. The children and adults could not stop playing on the swing. It was really nice to see them so happy. All the volunteers work really hard every day, so at the end of the day, we try to have some fun. We invited the village kids to play with us. One day we taught them how to play frisbees, and the other day they taught us how to play cricket. I've never played that before and it was a lot of fun. On the last day, the school had a closing ceremony for us. All the villagers and students came.
Thank you everyone for letting us be here and helping our school.
I presented 350 students with a backpack filled with school supplies. I also gave first aid kits, clothes, blankets, and other school supplies to 5 neighboring schools and communities. The leftover money from the project will be used as scholarships to help the less fortunate students and their families. When I first planned this project, I was worried that I would not be able to accomplish this, but with the encouragement and help and support of my family and friends, and Mr. Chet and all the villagers, I did it. I'm so happy to see so many happy children. I cannot wait to come back to this school and see them all again.